Alright, hello everybody. Oh, why is the camera frozen? Why is the camera frozen? Alright, there we go. We back. We back. How are y'all doing tonight, my friends? Nice deathmat. Thank you, thank you. It's the GMK Apollo deathmat. CD1. Indeed. As CD says, this is CD's board. CD has been a friend of mine in the community for some time. Has it been almost 4 years now since we first met? I think. Talking about artisans and jelly keys and fugus. Yeah, it's like 4 years almost now. Time flies. It's crazy. Nice tofu HHKB. I know, right? Mentored? Oh, come on. Just gave you a few pointers. You did the rest yourself. I was totally just trying to get that Poseidon's nematode fugu, which I never eventually got, but I got a different one that is pretty good. The Faro, thank you so much for the 3 months. Thank you, thank you. Obsidian, 1 year. Crazy. Congrats on the new badge. It looks great, actually. It looks much better in chat than I thought it would. It's really nice. It's good to see that. Alana, potato salad, Takuchi. One Drunk Man drew us. Hello, hello. Kale. Let's see who's here. Poner. Keystream, hello, hello. Yelsu. But yeah, I think I eventually got one of the bio. No, wait, it's the blue one with sparkly eyes, the Bateau one or something like that. It was like one of the Poison Summer ones. I got that eventually from a guy who collected fugus, who eventually dropped out. But he was really nice to cut a deal on that. But I always wanted like a nice blue fugu, I remember, and eventually I realized that. Yo, what's up, Draxion, Delicas, hello, hello. How y'all doing? Today's build should be faster, but it's still gonna be like about the same speed because we still have to lube all the stabs and whatnot. But the PCB, I believe, is hot swap, so we'll see. So let's get started. I don't think I have any other items today. Yeah, I don't have anything in particular because I've been streaming lately. All right. So here's our box. And so today we have silk yellow switches from Novel Keys, which I lubed, and a bunch of Durock stabs with the smoky black housings. Super nice. These are my favorite stabs. The look is just spectacular. I really like the black wires with the black plastic. Then silk yellows for my fellow friend and yellow fan of yellow things. Also the weighting on the yellows is just perfect. So you re-lube silk yellows? Yeah. Basically he's doing them better than they come. Indeed, that's what we did. I think this is the weight. It's rather heavy, so I think this is the brass weight. Alright, so we have a PCB. Here we have the plates. And then we have a bunch of foam. We have foam that goes in between the plate and the PCB, also called, people call it plate foam. and then case foam. So this will go below the PCB. So this goes under the PCB. I think you still get all the lighting, because on the hot swap PCB you have all of the lighting on top instead of the bottom. So it doesn't matter if the bottom gets covered with foam. But you know, foam is an optional thing. You can always remove the case foam, but plate foam you have to decide before you build, because you need to know whether you want the foam or not, because otherwise you have to take out all the switches in order to remove that foam, right? And here we have the case. So it's polycarb. Has the arrow cluster, unlike the Alice layout. So the Alice layout is basically this, but without this part here. And I guess there's a 1.5U over here, and then there's the macro clusters kind of like on this side. But yeah, polycarb, good plastic. It looks really nice. It's frosted and it's very smooth texture actually. It's like polished completely smoothly, and the frosting is also pretty even on all sides, so it looks really good. And then I think I just have some extra hardware. Alright, so extra hardware, and that's it. Oh, that Krellbit toast video clip, man, that was a while ago actually. I forget what it was. He lost some bet, right? I think, or I don't know what it was, but it was like a promise he made, and then he had to eat toast with lube. It's rather bizarre, but you know, had to be done. Excited to try NKs, the NK Silks for the first time. Yeah, I usually use Vent Blacks. I mean, the NK Silks are like really smooth. I think you'll like it. Wait, hot swap? Yeah, it's hot swap. Oops, sorry Hedge, that got auto-modded for some odd reason. Hi Diego, good evening, very sexy polycarb board, you should lick it. XOXO, I'm not gonna lick it, but you know. I'll leave that to a different friend, a different mutual friend of ours. CD knows, but I don't have to explain it, I think. And also I definitely don't wanna say who it is. Alright. I always thought I have polycarbonate, like it'd be cheap, but well done polycarb is amazing. Yeah, well done polycarb looks great. Like when things fit together nicely, and like when, you know, like everything's nice and even, it's fantastic. I mean, I think nowadays though, like all the polycarb cases and whatnot, they come with pretty good quality. Yo, Renderling, thanks for the tier 1. So here we have our PCB. So here we have our hot swap PCB. I believe these copper pads over here, these pads right here, are for like that you can put anti-static pads to basically prevent ESD. It's a thing. But I would say that for the most part, people don't really need that. Like, I feel like ESD damage is actually not that common. People say like, oh, does it have ESD protection? But in reality, it's rare. So I think people are kind of overly worried sometimes. I understand though, some people live in very dry locations, so generate a lot of static, and then desk mats, right? So actually, I think this is already opened, so I don't think I need to open it up. All right, there we go. There's a... Have you built your thermal yet? No, I have not. Those hands look nice. Fatboy chart, hello. There's a fine line with polycarb made boards between it looking toy-like and it looking nice. Ooh, actually? I do agree. I mean, there's also some designs that just fit the polycarb aesthetic better than others. But, in the end, it's a bit of a preference thing. Some people just say, like, you know, I really like polycarb, so they just go with that. Here we have our sandblasted and then coated weight, so it's pretty smooth texture-wise. We've seen the Vulcan Maja before. We've built a couple of them. So this is what it looks like. It has a very glossy finish because it's clear coated to protect it from patina and like any kind of like fingerprints and that kind of stuff. I mean, eventually it might come off if you handle it too much, but it's really nicely coated, so I doubt there's gonna be any issues over time. Oh my god, CD, you don't have to do that. It's all good, my friend. Thank you so much for the 5 tier 1 subs. Holy moly. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate the comments on flipping and building a community around shared values you made on Keycaps last night. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for, you know, being there and listening. And, I really appreciated that Keycast session. It was fun. I had a fun discussion and I was definitely getting worked up at the end. I'm glad that we kind of had a good discussion and ended things where they should have ended. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. What are you going to build your thermal with? I'm not sure yet. Very articulately expressed. Thank you, thank you. Some people are just dumb sometimes. True. Let's see. KBD fans and their glossy brass. True. It doesn't look bad though. I don't think this one looks bad at least. It's glossy, but it's not like. First of all, in most lighting situations, you actually don't see this gloss. Like there aren't that many like chances when this gloss actually shows up when you're like typing on it or looking at it or whatever. Maybe only like at a meetup where you're like take it and there's a lot of light and whatnot, but it's not bad. You also don't see this, yeah, exactly. I mean, you'll see it from the outside when you flip it over, but that's it. So inside of this, we have basically a reminder of pins being straight before you put them into a hot swap PCB from KBD fans. I like that people are starting to include these cards as warnings. I think it's very important for the sake of clarity, because there's always going to be people who are new. We have screws for the, I think that's for the plate. These are the screws for the weight, I'm pretty sure, which are Phillips screws actually. Bump-ons, we'll put them on. What are these screws? I will have to check. Actually, these might be the weight screws, but I'm not positive just yet. I'm gonna have to check. And then we have a lot of extra screws. These are standoff screws actually, I'm pretty sure. And then here's our little ESD protective pads. So they have a 3M backing, so it's easy to peel them off and you just paste them on the PCB. And then we have a Torx driver for some reason. So I assume there's some Torx screws here. There's only 3 of them, so it makes me wonder what they're for. Okay, we'll see what each thing is for. I haven't counted all my screws and whatnot, so we'll see. Getting a palm plate caught for my thermal. I'm excited to see how the build goes. Is it heavy? Well, the weight is heavy. The case is not heavy at all. This is really, really, really light. I mean, this is maybe like a few hundred, maybe like a few hundred grams, yeah. And then this, on the other hand, is like at least. This is like at least a kilogram, I think. It's probably like a kilogram and some. And then like with the you know, with the plate and all that, I think it'll definitely make a difference with the entire assembly already in. So let's put the. Oh, I just realized there's no bump-on cutouts on the Maja, which, oh yeah, I remember that they said that there's no bump-on cutouts on purpose. So I'm actually gonna leave the bump on the side. If CD wants to put the bump-ons on, he can do it. If not, you know, it's fine, right? Like, it's a personal choice, so I'll just let him decide that. Put it in a plastic bag instead, so it doesn't get peeled off. At least you have all the screws this time. True. Alright, so I think we should first... okay, so I see the Torx screws are actually for the case. So the 3 screws that we had here, the Torx screws over here that I just put aside. Where did I just put it? Oh, right here. They're replacements. They're basically just extras, just in case if you need it. But the other stuff, I'm pretty sure I know what it is for. So let's take off the top from the bottom first. Thoughts on Smith and Rune boards? I mean, I've only tried the Iron 165. I haven't seen the Iron 180. And my opinion of the Iron 165 was like, it looks good. It actually fits, like the parts will fit together all right and all that. But I think the whole premise of the 165 was that it had a like they, apparently they had done this like FEA analysis or not, and apparently it was like supposed to be like a very uniform typing experience all throughout the plate and whatnot. But at least the config I tried, it felt very stiff. I think in order to fully close the case flush, you had to screw the case pieces down really tightly, which means that there was quite a lot of compression on the gasket strips inside of the case. And I kind of felt like it was a bit stiff, or like rather the case felt very packed, you know what I mean? Like the case felt like there was just a lot of stuff in there, and so it kind of felt like a bit tight. It wasn't bad, and it was certainly not uniform. Like it was actually uniform for sure, but personally the aesthetic isn't for me. It's too the angles are too sharp. It's like a wedge, and the angles are too sharp, and everything looks very like squarey, very angled. So that wasn't my thing. So if I had to decide whether I want it, I probably wouldn't, because the aesthetic isn't my thing. If you like the aesthetic though, I mean, you should go for it, or you can be interested in it. But yeah, not for me. Just found it a bit too blocky looking. He's talking about round 1 right now? Yeah, round 1. I haven't seen round 2, because I never participated. Let me see. Do you mind if I post a link to Keycaps mod? Yeah, no worries. Oh, yeah, you can post links to anything related to... I mean, like, it's fine. As long as it's not, like, not safe for work, that kind of stuff, Obviously, like, the obvious stuff that is not nice to post, it's okay to post whatever. Just exercise common sense is okay. But thanks for asking. That's actually very considerate of you. People say that they're stiff. There's only 2 screws in the front corners. Yeah. There's only 2 screws in the front corners for the Maja. So we're gonna insert the weight first, just to show you, and also because it's gonna have to be there. Actually, CD, when I ship this out, I'm gonna take the weight off, by the way, so that it ships safely. Okay. So you'll have to take it apart and just put the weight on. Is that okay? So I'll do that, by the way, just so you know. Good call. Sounds good. Yeah. Because that was the way it shipped to me, so I am well assuming that it's the way it should be. So now I'm just looking if it's. Let's use the dark screws, I think. No, wait. Let's use the light ones. I think the light ones will camouflage a little better in the case. I mean, I'll know if it fits or not, because if it doesn't fit, then I know it's not for this part of the board. Okay, that fits fine. So that's good. Sure thing it'll be fun to open up and poke around. Yeah, that too. I mean, you'll get to check it out yourself too. So that's another thing. I mean, the good thing is, because it's hot swap, this assembly is actually super easy, because you can always rebuild it yourself. You can leave the stabs. Like, the stabs can just stay there, but you can always replace the switches if you don't like them, or you can always just mess around with the plate foam situation. Remove all the switches, get rid of the plate foam, and then put it back together the same way. Yeah. All right. So that's good. All right. So now, good. It doesn't look like there's stress to any particular stress to the threads, which is good. I didn't see anything cracking or anything sounding like it was tight, so that's good. So that pretty much is it for the case. We don't really have to worry too much else about everything else, but basically I'll show you the insides a bit. So it's top mount, so it's going to mount to these smaller holes. There's plate tabs, right? These are all the screw holes for the for the case, right? These the ones that are like around the edge, and then some of these like little bumps, like these. There's like tabs here, these slots and whatnot. These are all alignment tabs, basically to align the case, to align the top and bottom together. So that's why they're there. Burger mountable? No, there's no. It's not like, it doesn't have like the divots for the O-rings. I mean, you can always burger mount anything, but in this case, the plate would actually sit a little bit lower because there's no slots for O-rings. It's meant to be top mount, so yeah. How long does it take for KVD fans to ship from China to US? I think somebody asked that question like yesterday or 2 days ago rather, but it depends. If it's something that they have in stock readily available and whatnot, and also like they just came out at Chinese New Year, so they might actually be a bit backed up on orders. But that said, I think it took like 1 or 2 weeks for me on a previous occasion. We'll use a plate foam this time for. Well, actually, CD can tell me if he wants a plate foam or not. I don't mind either way. Play foam just gonna change a bit of the sound and probably stiffen things a bit because there's like more material in between things. Next thing we should do is probably put these ESD pads or whatever. Let's try the foam to start. Sounds good. All right. So basically, these little pads just isolate the PCB from the plate because it's metal touching, and it's just in case there's like a discharge. But again, I personally don't really think that ESD is common for damage on that. My IRL buddy said you had nice hands. How nice. Thank you so much, IRL buddy of Jeff Leopards. Sorry, I'm gonna go back and answer questions. Let's see. 165 and the 180 are lookers. You might want to look at other boards if you're concerned about typing experience IMO. Yeah, that's a good way to see it. How do you like your Ogre? How's the typing experience? The Ogre is kind of it's nice. It's really nice. It's a very low angle. It's like low angle slash like low height kind of board, and it has the O-ring and all that. So the typing experience, like it definitely softens a bit because of the O-ring situation. But also I did notice that the Ogre does have a bit of a, like the interior cavity is, the volume is not like huge, and so it feels a bit like, I mean, it's kind of like a tight space for everything. It fits perfectly. And so for some people, I know that some people say like they like that the like case sound, like when like the sound kind of resonates in the case, so you can feel like it's not hollow, but just like kind of like the sound kind of propagates in there a bit. But I think the Ogre is kind of like it's like the sound that comes off is that like bottom out sound right there and then. It's a nice board though nonetheless. I mean, it's a looker first of all, and it just like types well for a 60%, so I like it a lot. But I think there's a lot of other 60% that you can try that are pretty good too. So let's see. We're probably gonna get hit with link span bots one day. Oh, true. One day I'll get hit with link span bots, I bet. Yeah, that's fine. When that happens, we can ban links. That's fine. Wait, did that playlist end? Oh, yeah, that's true. Gonna play the other one. Let's see. Shipping from US can cost more than shipping from China. Yeah, that's kind of normal, I think. USPS can be expensive sometimes, especially if it's like across the country. Anyway, I have a KN 2.10, which is standard mount. It has 4mm plate. I love it so stiff typing doesn't bother me. Okay. Yeah, it's for some people like stiff typing, some people don't. And that's up to you to choose. I think we'll skip the case foam for now. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna put it aside, just like in the way. All right, so let's start with the stab. So this is basically hot swap. I haven't tested the PCB, so let's test the PCB first. It's probably bright, as expected. Yeah, so bright. Let's see if it's detectable by via. If it's not, then I'll just flash it. Oh god, it's so freaking bright. Let's see. I definitely saw things flash. Okay, cool. Where's via? Via is right here. Okay, great. So it detected. Great. Let's program it. First of all, where's the lighting controls? Wait, where's the lighting tab? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna flash it just in case. I think the lighting tab might not be, or I think the hex file that's currently on it might not be fully updated. So I think sometimes when that's the case, the lighting tab doesn't show up because it's like before they like actually like put it in. So where is it? Maja. KBD fans Maja via. Yeah, that should be it. Whoa, hold up. My sound's acting up. Why is that? Okay. Alright. Oh, weird. Hold up. My sound's acting up. Why is that? Hello? Okay. Alright. Cool. So let's flash this guy. Sorry if I'm not looking at chat right now. There it is, GMK. Where's the reset button? Reset. And then open up our new Maja hex file. Click on the flash. It does its thing. Alright, perfect. Alright, it flashed. And then we exit that. Go back to via. And then, okay, so the lighting tab actually doesn't show up anyway. So I'm gonna have to just program in some lighting controls. So I have a question, guys. Do you guys hear changes in the sound right now? Is it acting up weirdly, by the way? It might just be my monitor, like my sound monitor, that's acting up. It's normal? No changes at all. Yeah, okay, that's definitely just me then. Alright, cool. So I'm just gonna turn off the monitor for that. Okay, cool. Alright, so yeah, let's put in some lighting controls on here. Let's actually wait, there's no spacebar here, so spacebar. Where's space? Space. There should be a function key probably. I'll just do it function 1. It's probably easier. Do this as right alt. I'll do it like HHKB style. So this will be left Windows key. And then, oh yeah, we can do this left control. It's the right B? I know that's the right B. I'm gonna actually program the right B as right B, like a B. Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, that's good. Good to know. Thank you. The rest is fine. Okay, that's all good. Let's see, lighting controls. Okay, so they're actually all programmed in here. I'm actually gonna put delete over here because he doesn't need the reset key. And then I mean, those are kind of weird controls, but whatever. I'll just leave them in. Alright, so the way to trigger the damn lighting off is gonna be function plus toggle, which is Q. So get 2 pairs of tweezers, press on function, And Q. Wait. Maybe I'm not getting there. Let me do it from the back. I mean, I should just put a switch in it. It's probably easier. There really isn't a specified finger to hit B with. Well, there is. Like, proper typing does specify a certain way. But a lot of people tend to do it differently, rather. Because most people, I would say, don't have proper, like, typing habits or whatever. Wait. Let's go in. Oh, I think I bent the pin. Okay, yeah, I did. Great time to correct my technique again. Yeah, Ergo. So Ergo boards are good to correct your technique. That's for sure. Okay, there we go. There we go. Woo! All right. Lighting's off for now. So bothersome. We'll figure out the lighting situation after we're done. All right, great. I'm still gonna test the PCB because it's always better to be safe than, you know. So we're just gonna test it anyway. Let me see. Can I do it from the top side, or is it bottom side easier? I don't know. Top side's fine. Alright, let's see. 10 Peaches, thank you so much for the 9 months. 모 9月だよ. Thank you. Or I guess you meant Q? Space cables. Yo, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. Reagan, how are you? I heard you've been busy. This past week. Which is why you weren't at Keycaps. Let's see. You changed your point system when? Last stream. Last stream. I've had my Maja for a few months. It's a sick board. It's really nice. Planning to build a KB75. Sorry, I'm just like catching up with some questions. Do you have recommendations for the switches? I recommend like black inks are good. Yeah, black inks are good. Like NK Silk or NK Dry are good if you're gonna lube them anyway. And JWK switches are all good, so like alpacas are good. So pretty much any like smoothish switch is gonna be good. Right. What's your microphone setup like? I use a 2i2 Scarlett with and then I have like a sheet stack. So I have a Lure 2 and a Bifrost for my DAC and amp, but I had those before I got the Scarlett, so that's why they stayed. And also they pretty much control my actual speakers. I have JBL LSR 305s for speakers, and I use the DAC. I use the Scarlett for my mic, so as an interface for my mic for the XLR. That's the setup. So right now my earphones are plugged into the Scarlett. Let's see. Okay, catching up now. I thought I was subbed already. Monka, very busy. Sorry I missed. No worries, dude. Reagan, you don't have to apologize. If you're busy, you're putting food on the table. You're working for yourself. So understandable. Someone's gotta do it. How are your arms feeling? From what? From push-ups? My arms are feeling fine. My arms are feeling totally fine. Oh. Oh. I see. I see, y'all funny people. I see. Okay, I'll do them. Give me like, I'm gonna finish testing the PCB and then we can do it. Deal? Alright. Rip? It's not that bad. Okay. So the kind of nice thing, I guess, about hot swap is that the layout is fixed in a way. It's nice because if you're okay with that layout, then nothing to worry about, right? And also no need to, for the most part, you actually don't even need like washers for the stabilizers, because the whole point of the washers is like when some of the pads overlap. But on a hot swap board, they will likely not. Okay, so it's all tested. Time for push-ups, I guess. Alright, let's see. So unplug that. Put it aside. Alright, and then we can probably close VIA for now. And then actually let me turn off the music for a sec. It's tragic that most hot swaps don't enforce step caps lock. Ooh, I actually do wish we had step caps lock for hot swap. But again, I think a lot of people actually use full touch. 30 push-ups? Wait. Okay, 30 push-ups. Okay, 30. Okay. 30 push-ups it is. Black inks or yellow inks? I prefer black inks. Yellow inks actually have shorter travel. But if you are okay with shorter travel, like speed switches, those are nice to try out too. They're actually pretty nice still. Okay, all right. Let's move the webcam a bit, and then let's put the. Have you tried box creams? No, not yet. Actually, I have not tried box creams yet. I will one day, I think. But I mean, only if someone sends them to me. I don't really want to buy box creams because I don't really like creams personally. But yeah, anyway. Alright. So I'm gonna do. Can I do 30 all at once? Maybe. That was 30. Oh, let's go. You impressed? What do you mean you're impressed? I'm not that bad. I'm not that weak, hopefully. I'm out of breath though. 30 all at once is definitely like, whew. I'm tired just watching. I mean, watching the last few is the worst part. My form isn't great, also because I should have moved the backpack. Should have moved a few things, but whatever. I still was trying to bend my arms so that I could, you know, exercise the pecs. Complete all. Cool. Whew. Alright. It's getting a little warm in here. Let's turn on the fan. Oops. Alright. Ugh. Icky 68 Aurora wired hot swap PCB allows both step normal. Yeah, I think yeah, you can do that. All you have to do is flip the hot swap position. You basically have to put the like, let's say you put the full touch one north facing, and then you put the step one south facing, so the footprint won't overlap. That's how you do the fitment. Flipping the switch position is kind of hacky though. I mean, compromises, right? It's a compromise. Like, it's an inevitable sort of thing. It's like you either don't get the option, or you compromise and flip it and add it in. Okay, so we have standoffs, and then we have, these are the standoff screws. These are all plate screws pretty much, so put those aside for now. Let's do the stabs first though. So we're gonna do 205 today for stabs. Reason for just 205 today is because and no XHT is actually because I would like, for if there goes anything wrong with like the stabs or whatever and CD needs to retune slightly, he has 205 I believe, so he can easily do so. But if I do XHT then, and maybe something goes wrong, then he actually has to buy XHT, which is a hassle. So let's see, left shift, left space, right space, enter, backspace. Cool. What's your opinion on penguin switches? I haven't tried them. I heard from Sifo, who is a big fan of Ergo clears. He says that the tactility on them is pretty good. He said he was going to experiment with them. He's just a community member. He doesn't like stream like keyword stuff or anything like that. I have new badge? Yeah. What month will be next badge? I believe it's 3, 6, 9, 12, and then 2 years. What's your personal opinion on XHT? My personal opinion on XHT is that it's pretty good. It's very thick, so definitely be careful when applying it. It stains everything if you like. Basically, like it's really like paint, in that like if it gets somewhere, it's kind of hard to come off, or very like you would have to actually like wash it, like scrub it out or something. I don't even know. But it's like very thick. It's like toothpaste thick. So I only use it for the wires if I do, and it's been good so far. I can't give you like a long-term view on it because I haven't tried it for that long. No, is that the Maja? Yeah, there's the Maja. Oh yeah, I should probably just take this off for now. Caulk consistency. Yep. Caulk. Yes, that's right. Look at that, you baited me. Haha. But yeah, today we'll do 205 actually. It will also actually be a good way for me to kind of compare what 205, how different 205 is now, because I've tried a couple of boards now with XHT. I'm sure that, I mean, they're significantly different, just that 205 is much less thick, so. But I think you can still achieve like a good tune stab with 205. Like, I don't think 205 is bad, so. I mean, otherwise I wouldn't have bought a whole tub of it, you know? Because I figured there are thicker lubes. But, I mean, technically dielectric is a much more viscous, like, lubricant. But it gets, like, all, like, clumpy. I was gonna go looking for one but I settled with Sneakbox Ava or AVA. I'm not sure. The Sneakbox ones are kind of nice, right? I heard good things about them for the price. For the price, I heard they're pretty good, pretty decent, pretty good overall. The Majas were, yeah, they're flipped for a bit, for a while. I don't understand why the community specifically chose to use XHT when there's other more obscure lubes like Niogel that Walker Stop did testing on that seemed even thicker than XHT. XHT only stuck basically word of mouth. That's basically what it is, word of mouth. People were like, oh look, there's a Krytox that's called XHT BDZ, and this, you know, people in the EU tried it. There was this like Norwegian store that was starting to sell it or something. And then, you know, word of mouth spread, and I think it was like Cohen Romers first used it, and you know, obviously like it was like, oh, it's great. And then like I think like a bunch of people like Lolstacks and other people in the US were like, oh, we're gonna try it out. And so they tried it out and they're like, oh yeah, it's great. And then basically like any followers will be like, oh yeah, Lolstacks and Cohen Romers and other people have tried it and they said it's great, so let's try it out. So that's kind of how it went, and then probably got round to like the stores. So like in the case of like Space Cables, probably start stocking it because it was like, oh well, we heard it was good, and we tried it and it was good. So let's stock some and sell some for the like NA market because, well, NA just didn't have it available yet as a retail option. I mean, in retail quantities specifically, right? So I'm talking about like in like 5 gram or 10 gram or whatever quantities you would like to have it in. Extreme high temperature Dragon Ball Z, yeah. So basically, like Super Saiyan 420 69. Very high temp, very hot. Like it doesn't have to be Krytox or everything. Yeah, Krytox products are so expensive in general. There's also how well it adheres to wire. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, no doubt that XHT and specifically like all these different Krytox products tend to have good adhesion properties to the surfaces that they're being applied to. So yeah, I mean there's reasons for it, but I do think that the bigger reason for its spread, no pun intended, is that it's word of mouth based. Like streamers, relatively popular community members, or like people who like have a more weighted opinion. I mean, technically you could call that influencers. So yeah, influencers, people who hold some amount of influence through word of mouth. Like they say something and people are like, oh, I trust your opinion, so they became influenced. Do you think different colors on the Silk Milkshake switch changes the feel or anything? No, it doesn't. It's literally just a dye. So no. The milkshake switches feel the same all throughout. Doesn't matter. I have the milkshake. Actually, there's a stand over there, right behind me. That board over there is the NK milkshake, NK65 milkshake edition, and I lubed the stabs on those and tried it out for a bit, and yeah, no, the milkshake switches are pretty much silk yellows, except those are stock, so I haven't lubed the switches. Yeah, just because Krytox doesn't always mean it's the be-all end-all of lubes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, surely there's a lot of options out there, Druas. Like, I don't think that... I think people kind of go with whatever is in the moment in the chat, you know? Like, people talk about it and people are like, oh, I'm gonna try that too. Let's go. How many till we can order a certain MOQ, and then people go for it, you know, because we're so used to ordering things in like group buys. It's like a crowd-funded thing is so common in this community that like people will be like, oh, I'm going in for a whole tub. Do you guys want to split it? It's like yeah. The price insane? Oh yeah, super expensive. The XHC stuff is made for like, well, extra high temperature stuff, like actual mechanical systems that generate a lot of heat, and this lubricant is there to, well, help with that, like grease things up even in high temperatures. So yeah, I mean, the formula is meant for something else. Can tolerate, like, you know, high temperature friction, essentially. Like, that's what it's meant for. We certainly don't generate high temperature friction, like, you know, lots of heat in using stabs. Like, what are you typing on, like, at like 10,000 words per minute or something? You like destroy, like, burn the keyboard. If it's polycarb, it'll just like, you know, just combust into flames or something. That's not the case, so. Let me save you all some mess if you're trying to find a new revolutionary stab grease. Extra thick industrial grease works for a few days and separates all over your PCB. Yeah. I mean, that's, yeah, because grease, just remember, guys, grease is just oil with chemical binders to thicken it and to put you know, to increase the viscosity and to, like, put it together. It's a mixture. It's a mixture of things. Grease is a mixture. All from realistically, what else do you need other than 205, 3204, 3203, 105 XHC, all from Miller Stevenson? I mean, yeah, as I said, it's cool and all, but the products are expensive. Like, these things are expensive. Like, you might think it's a trivial cost, but it's like paying $10 for like 3 mils of lube is not cheap. Super lube is fine. Yeah, super lube is fine. I actually, well, for those of you who don't know, well, I used dielectric grease and super lube for 2 years. And then I switched over to 205 after I tried it, and it was like, well, it adheres pretty well, and it actually doesn't, like, yeah, like, goo up all the PCB and whatnot. Like, assuming that you're not applying excessively. I was applying kind of like, you know, not an excessive amount, and, like, it would be okay. Like, the PCB wouldn't be all, like, gummed up, or like the travel of the key wasn't, like, all gummy. So I was like, okay, well, this works. I'm gonna use it. And so I stuck with it, and I used it for a while, and then I compared it to some dielectric grease and super lube applications, and I was like, hey, I like this. I like this 205 thing, and at least, you know, I can stick with it and it'll work. It also keeps pretty well, and I was like, okay, great. So I went with it. But it was after trying, pretty much. Like, I wouldn't have adopted it per se. Like, I wouldn't have used it more on a regular basis if I felt like it was not efficient, or not effective, rather. Yeah, not effective, because it's not about efficiency for me. It's about effectiveness. Knife and gun lubes work, yeah. So for I mean, for my springs, I use a knife lube, which is knife oil lube, like, which is knife oil. I use the Victorinox knife oil for springs. I use that. I just put them in a tub, and I put a bunch of drops of the knife oil, and, you know, close the tub and shake it. That's pretty much what I do. It just drips out anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's not gonna make the springs gummy. Be back in 5? No worries, dude. No worries. It's helped withstand the heat from the fork knifer spamming their jump. Or Fortnite people, right? That's hilarious. But yeah, pretty much. Gotta keep up with gamers' extreme high temperature activity, which in one way is entirely not true. Sorry, gamers. And in other ways, it might be true. It's time for someone to actually create a keyboard grease lube formula for mechanical keyboard switches and stabs. As if it hadn't been done. I mean, hey, Keycaps lube was basically the idea behind formulating something that worked for keyboard people. Like, it was like disguised under this name, but it was a Krytox blend, remember? Keycaps lube? Like, GHV4 is basically Keycaps lube. of one kind, and then there was the 25105 combo, which in different ratios it was called Krytox thin and Krytox thick, or just simply said Keycaps lube, and they specified the ratios. I mean, again, yes, switches don't warm up. Yeah, I know. Switches stay at room temp. That's the reality. Nothing's gonna heat them up more than the degree you send from room temp, other than like maybe ambient temperature just being extremely high, or like you putting the keyboard on a hot plate or something, or like on a cold winter day, you know, which is still in the ambient temperature category. So yeah, like there are people like I remember one time they were like, oh, we speculate that in the summer, you know, our greases will like flow because, you know, high temperature will cause it to separate. I'm like, no, it's just separating because it's grease. I mean, again, this wasn't like, it was like complete unfounded stuff. Like it was just people kind of like throwing out words, being like, oh, like what if temperature affects like lube? But I mean, it was just like speculation. It was just banter, really. But I've seen people kind of argue that too, and I was like, no, I don't think so. Like chemically speaking, that doesn't make sense. It's just the grease separating naturally because it's lost its potency from its chemical binders. Do you see that dinged up JNV2C? Yeah, for 5.3K. Yeah, I did. I kind of wondered why it was so dinged up. Katana, Señor Frank, muchas gracias por el raid. 70 personas. Bienvenidos, bienvenidas. Bienvenidos, bienvenidas, jóvenes. ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo están todos? ¿Qué tal estuvo el stream? Anyway, JHV4 kind of discontinuous, the mixture will separate. Yeah. Are there any cheap, easy to buy cases with this keyboard layout? Yeah, there's acrylic cases, by the way. Labs 23. There's acrylic cases available for in the Alice layout, and they're much cheaper than like metallic ones, or like aluminum, or like CNC mill ones. Let's see. Ya te cayó el desvergue latino, ya sabes. Break dances. Wait, didn't you already build a Maja? Yeah, I did. I'm building a different one this time. I don't know why, but anytime I start watching a streamer, they get rated. I mean, that's kind of like normal Twitch. It's like very common Twitch things. It's like, yeah, the chance that someone will get rated is fairly high, especially if they have like a normal, like decently sized community. Y todo este tiempo sin saber que hablaba español. Ya, pues ya sabes. Pero sí, bienvenidos y muy buenas noches todos. Espero que hayan disfrutado del stream de Frank. Pero son todos bienvenidos aquí. Se habla español. A ver. Yo Lightning, I didn't know about this channel as well. Too many channels to keep up with. No worries. Welcome, like McPatty Star. Patricio Estrella, welcome. YMDK Wing. I don't know why YMDK Wing is. Oh, is that a keyword? Oh yeah, probably. It was nice. Got to build a personal mode 80. Oh, muy bien. Deep with Firefly. Órale. Is it Maja or Maja? Or is it Maja or Maja? Majapahit? Majapahit? I don't know. Probably Maja, because it's like I think it's Maja, not Maha. J. Think the Arisu, the closest one in this layout. Yeah. Where are you from? Ori the Mandarin. I was born and raised in Mexico. So I'm a paisano of the fellow community members of the Katana X Kaji channel. And I came to the States when I was older. For university, for college. And I can't find the other little two stabilizer thingies. I don't know where they went. thought I had them here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have 2 more, but I don't see them here for some reason. I can just get some. It's okay. Probably miscounted them. Peru here? Oh, bienvenido. No, like just when I tune into the stream, like when I first tune in. Oh, I see. Have you heard about making the Maja burger mount with some O-rings? Thoughts? Yeah. I mean, you can O-ring anything you want. In reality, right? Like there's nothing stopping you from putting O-rings between screws. You just need to make sure that the screw is actually screwing into the threads, and then the rest is like whatever, right? Instructions unclear. O-ring stuck on Beppis. Well then, I can't help you there. You need to unstuck yourself. Ain't shorting to the case, then whatever. Yeah, I mean if you can reach the case even with the O-rings, then that's cool. Take Keyboards did a video on the YMDK wing, which is like an integrated plate 65% Alice layout, like the artist. Oh, I see. Didn't know that. Admittedly, I can't keep up with everyone's content. I try, but like sometimes it's in my notifications, and I'm like, I'll check that out later tonight when I'm home, or like I'll check that out later tonight after I'm done with work, or like when I'm not distracted. But I end up getting distracted, so. Yeah. Integrated plates different than O-ring. Yeah. Yeah, don't integrate O-rings into your onto the sensitive structural elements of your body. And the wing is like $135. Ooh, that's a pretty good deal. For what it's worth. It sounds like it's sounding like people had a good impression of it, or at least Take Keywords had a good impression of the YMDK wing. Well, that's good. I mean, having more options always better for the people who are looking for budget-friendly options. I mean, then again, like there's quite a lot of keywords out there, and I think the options are kind of limitless in a way. Just circumstantial, probably. Sometimes you can afford a little more, sometimes a little less. Take Keywords content quality has gone up so much since last year. Yeah, I mean, his videos like production quality is really good, like really good. It's great to see it. I mean, he's truly a YouTuber. He really puts a lot of his time and effort into making quality content for that crew. Which foam are you gonna use? I think I'm gonna use the plate foam, but I probably won't use the case foam at first, or maybe I will and then I can remove it later. It doesn't matter. Se me olvida que habla español. Saludos de Puerto Rico. Saludos, Wrath. Let's see. He's just having fun modding it. I mean, he has... it's great. I mean, he's just enjoying keywords as they should be. That's awesome. I like that. I like seeing people do custom stuff by themselves. DIY stuff that's kind of like unique just for themselves. It's like, I mean, isn't that kind of the spirit of the hobby in a way? It's like making things that are yours, truly customized to your own taste. I think that's the nicest part when I see projects and build logs of something that people take a lot of time and effort to make their own. I think that's fantastic. Love that he does. He does rattle? No, wait. Oh, rattle can stuff. Oh, rattle can. Yeah. That looks great. Oh yeah, I mean he's good at it. He's good at like the spray painting stuff. Yeah, I like the whole like I mean like the Wendy macro pad and like yeah he's done some sick stuff, custom stuff that I've really enjoyed watching his videos for. I mean the K-pop series definitely comes to mind, but I mean I've seen him do other things, but yeah it's great. It's fantastic to see it. I mean, kind of reminds me of a lot of those like old Keycaps build logs that you would see with a lot of photos and progress, like reports, kind of like progress logs with photos and all that. Yeah, like build logs basically, but over several posts sometimes. Restorations on Distorty too. They have that kind of nature, where people are like, "Oh, I got this new vintage board. I'm gonna restore it, but it's gonna take me some time, so I'm just gonna keep posting photos here in progress." And people are like, "Oh yeah, we're here to support you if you need any help." I mean, of course, on YouTube, it's just a single video normally, or sometimes it's like the making of part 1 through however many parts there are. Is that a gaff print on your wall? Yeah, it is. The intro for Car video is like some studio quality stuff, but he's just doing it himself with mirrors and green screen. True. But yeah. I mean, I think about it this way. Studio quality stuff and all that, but I think the people who actually do the car stuff, like they're still like individuals, right? I think they're essentially like, I mean, they might work for a firm or sometimes maybe they're freelancers, but they have those individual skills. I bet like I bet Take Keyboards Mendez could actually be a freelancer kind of stuff himself, you know? So he has the chops. He has the chops to do all that. He's done it. He's clearly shown it, you know? And you could basically call that studio quality, because yeah, if he opens his own studio, that's studio quality, right? I'm so on the fence about Tuesday and I'm in pain. Diego, help. I got it because I want to support Jia, but I mean, it's up to you. Do you like those colors? It sounds like you do, but you don't. If you're on the fence, don't do it. If you think you'll regret it, then do it. But then again, FOMO, right? So, I mean, do you know your own taste well? I think that's the key part. Do you really know yourself? Like, can you actually exercise self-control? Do you actually think you're gonna be okay in a few months? And then, obviously, can you afford it? Like, can you safely afford it? If you can't, don't do it. If you're putting yourself at risk, like if you're putting it on credit or whatever, if you're risking spending too much more than you should, then don't do it. Don't risk bigger things for the sake of like a material purchase like this. Can you regret later? Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah. Sorry. Phrasing, I guess. Take Keeper's literally flipping constellations. SMH. Dropping them almost onto the next table. I love the colors. I'm on the fence because money, beige, and ultra pastel DSAT colors are my tastes. Would you really call Tuesday a DSAT color though? I don't think that's true. But yeah, I don't know, man. Can't decide that for you, but if you really like it, why not? If you can afford it, why not? But if you can't, then you shouldn't. Be responsible first. Like, be responsible for your own sake first. Once you have the freedom to do other things, then you know you can then actually decide something. Sorry. Alpha base color, yeah, it's a lighter color, cooler lavender, and just being a bitch. Yeah, you're being a bitch. I know. You a bitch. I have 50 shades of purple keycaps, Taro, Frostwitch, and Future Funk. I can live without Tuesday. True that. Those are all pretty good. Taro is excellent. So. And if you have like Analog Dreams, you tend to also have like pastel-y / like purple stuff in there too, mixed in. So. Not really missing out on as much. I mean, you can't afford all sets, so that's the reality. So, just take that into consideration. Just take that into consideration and act according to that. Just prioritize. Hydrate. Thank you. You can afford all sets? No. We don't encourage financial irresponsibility here. Well, I mean, you suffer your own consequences, TBH. If I told you do it and then you did it and then you came to blame me because I convinced you to it, not my fault. Tornado. Holy crap, Diego. Add a sign warning. You almost blinded me with your handsomeness today. Please. Please. What are you even saying? I appreciate the kind words. But I don't appreciate lies. Hello, Quiver. How are you? Just saying stuff. I need some sleep. Oh. March is gonna be difficult. Striker, Red Alert, Norse. I'm not into Norse personally, unfortunately. I thought that I would like it, but then I didn't. Which is actually good. I can save for other things. Not gonna lie, I really should stop buying key sets. I don't really... But I know that I'm gonna regret it and whatnot, so... Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing I'm waiting for is CRP and Red Alert. Probably. Those two things. Basically, beige stuff is what I'm waiting for. Tired of recruiting process? Can't fight summer job? Oh, man. Summer job? You're looking in... Well, it is March, so... Okay, yeah, I guess it's a time to look. But yeah, applying for jobs is tiring. I mean, especially right now when COVID is still around and whatnot. It's just... Yeah. I can only imagine the job market's pretty rough out there. And internships even more, you know? Internships or... temporary jobs. Like that's... Like temp jobs are kind of rough to find. Like hard to find at this time. People don't want to hire temps as much. They don't have the money to. Imagine Red Alert with Red Salvation. Ooh, that would look very good. That would look fantastic. Do what you want, but don't complain about your choice. Yeah. Pretty much. Don't be a bitch. Boards are easy to not spend money on. Keysets are almost all group buys. I mean, boards are also on group buys, so isn't that the same thing? TBH? It's kind of a moot argument. Not all boards are in stock. Hi, kind sir. Hello. Agile one, hello. Oh yeah, I need to get back to you on something, but hello. GB's up to a certain quantity, at least the ones I want. Huh, I see. How goes the night? Night goes well. Pretty chill. Pretty chill. On the fence for Triangle, pretty value set. The PBT one, right? The Geon one. That looks cool. I like blanks better though. I mean, well, they're basically blank. But I think I'm gonna skip them just because I kind of already have what I need. Like, as in, like, I already have so many sets and I I'm clearly not using them all, so I shouldn't spend too much more money just to have it. It's just gonna pile up anyway, so yeah. Save. Every dollar not spent is every dollar saved, right? So that's how you save. It is a great Sunday evening. It is a nice Sunday evening. Boards are easier for me to skip compared to caps. I really only like larger bezels. So that already limits it a good amount. Having specific preferences is actually a blessing. Y'all who have very specific preferences, you all are very lucky people. Because I wish I did. I don't. Well, people ask me and I say specific things, but there's quite a lot of things that tick those boxes at a given time. And I'm like, well, clearly, I'm still liking too many things at once. So I lament that fact. But if you have like very specific preferences, like some people who are like, I will only collect green keycaps, artisan keycaps. I will only collect monochrome things, or I will only get key sets that fit my whatever aesthetic on my keyboard, or only taupe, or I don't even know. Or if it doesn't support 40s, then I'm out. Or whatever it is, or like bezels, yeah, all that stuff. Did I hit a Chatterino ping? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Are 2 tracks playing right now? No, it's the song being trippy. It's the song actually being trippy. It's the way it's mixed. Sounds like CGPN demands literally just HHKB or die, but there's so many things that are HHKB though. Imagine Rattle. Oh wait, no, I already read that. Got so sick of the hedonic treadmill of the keyboard hobby, I came to the decision that 60% HHKB is my jam, and I don't pay attention to anything else. Helping me save some money, it is a blessing. Yeah, I'm telling you, the more specific you are about your preferences, the more blessed you actually are. Lucky people. 40 users. Lucky I don't like TKL. Smaller keyboard is cheaper relatively. True. Although everything supports TKL. TBH. Like, support for TKL is pretty much universal at this point, so... you know. But it's true that buying a TKL keyboard is like... You know, there is a bit of a margin there. It is more expensive, and obviously you need more switches and all that. Yeah. But also, yeah, liking fewer layouts is also good. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's the same thing for me though. It's like for example, I don't buy 65% that much because I don't really use 65 as much. I like 75s. Like, I mean, I like TKLs, and 60% is best, and then the rest I pretty much just consider on a case-by-case basis. It's like, oh, do I really like it or not? Alright, let's take these standoffs out now. How many standoffs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I think that's more than enough. Well, I'm not gonna screw the standoffs in until I test this. Yeah, I should test the stabs first. So, just gonna put them here. When your TKL is almost the same size as 104. Chonky boy. Which TKL, sorry? Is that chonky right now? 60% is my jam. Don't really care for HKB winky list. Yeah, I don't care, personally. One of everything collection, all shapes, styles of keyboards. That works too. I mean, yeah, I respect that. People who stick to one of a kind of thing. It's like I'll have one of each. That's cool too. It's like it's a way of collecting. You'll see that Matrix HHKB, the Falcon. Yeah, it looks pretty good, right? Alright, so let's put some switches in and test the stabs first, and then we'll go from there. And then we'll take off the switches, put the, what should I call it, put the standoffs, and then we'll put the rest of the switches, and then we'll be done. No soldering tonight, which is kind of nice. It's actually been a while since I have done anything hot swap. Actually, it's been like forever since I've done anything hot swap. Like, I just got the NK65, but I haven't done anything to the actual, like I haven't assembled a hot swap thing. So, it's been a while. I mean, it makes sense that people don't send hot swap stuff to me, but I also just don't happen to own a lot of hot swap stuff myself. So, any suggestions on a 40% hot swap board? Holy crap. Are like planks and stuff hot swap these days? I don't know. Is there a minivan? Didn't the van keyboards people get like not acquired, but like, don't they have like a new gig going on? Don't they have do they have any hot swap stuff? I don't know. I thought they had something new going on, so I'm kind of asking, just curious. My first was a TKL and I just don't need it. 65% where I'm staying. Larger bezels. Feels larger than a 65. I like more vintage vibe to get off. Fair, fair, fair. That's totally fair. I wish I was one of those specific like people too. Yeah, for real. I wish. But yeah, Rolly, I really don't know 40% hot swap stuff. It's just not my arena. So I can't recommend anything very specific, sorry. Hopefully someone else here knows, but I can't tell you myself. Vertical space pretty irrelevant, so I just go over for a 75 over 65 100% of the time. Oh, cool. Interesting thought process. This CKL that I'm making. You're making something. Oh, wow. That's quite chonky. Big forehead. And big chin, I guess, too. It's actually just chonky in general. It has those, it has that, like, G80 1000 style of framing. That's cool. But I know that it's inspired by something else, but... right now my head's not spinning correctly. But, yeah, thick boy. Let's try some space keys here. Wait, that's not the right size. Alright, let's see. Let's get our big chunky foam today, as usual. No TKC? TKC was taking over Minivan? Or, well, I mean, yeah, I guess they are, but I thought they had new boards coming out soon. Or now. Those sound like keyboard stabilizers, alright, they do, don't they? Sounds like keycaps bottoming out. Sounds excellent. It sounds great actually though. No rattle for now. Or at least I don't... Yeah, I don't hear rattle for now, so that's good. If anything, if there's rattle, you can always use, I either use a brush, or you can also use a syringe. Although, I can see that it's starting to separate a little bit inside there. But wait, if it separates inside the syringe, then does that mean that there's the thicker part in the bottom? I don't mind that. But probably should mix it back. Alright, cool. So we're good. Stab wise, we're good. Hermano, ¿cómo estamos? ¿Cómo estás? Vemos. So, for those of you wondering why I'm streaming so much, because I have a bit of a break. So expect me to stream quite a bit this week. I'm trying to get all the stuff that has been backed up out, and more importantly, like, I know that I'm gonna be busier this coming month, so I just need to take advantage while I can, because otherwise it'll get backed up even further, and I will feel very bad for any clients or friends who have been asking me. I normally deliver more quickly than I promise, but sometimes that's not the case. Alright, so we're done with that, so now we can actually use the standoffs. Alright, so standoffs. Well. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's why there's so many screws. Wait, yeah, that makes sense now. There's a lot of screws because they wanted me to use these too. Actually, are these countersunk too? No, they're not. Okay. Hopefully I'm not wrong, but we'll see. We'll use regular ones on the bottom and then countersunk ones on the top. I think that's correct. Kind of a win-win. Never had a nice polycarb keyboard or the Alice layout. 2 for 1. That's actually great. Alice layout, it takes a little while to get used to, but it actually types soup. It's very intuitive because it basically is like a, if you have normal typing posture, I guess, or typing habits, like even if you can type with 6 fingers, like, you know, 3 of each hand, the Alice layout is actually pretty intuitive. Pretty easy to use. I would say it's not, but that's just me. Well, yeah, different strokes for different folks, right? So, but once you do get adjusted, I know that it's a pleasant experience for a lot of people. I mean, admittedly, it also took me a little time to get used to things. Alice is the best layout subjective for sure. I want to try the Alice layout for a little while now. And cheaper boards with the layout. There's so many Alice layout boards. Guys, like, pretty sure there's this long list of keyboards that are Alice layout. Let me find it. It's like a board of like 100 boards. I mean, it's like a list of 100 boards that are Alice layout. I just can't find it. Arslock on KB Customs has this long ass list, or at least like he had this long ass list of Alice layout keyboards that use the same exact layout. Well, I think I just dropped the standoff, but the good thing is we have so many extras. So I'll pick that up later and if I see it. But yeah, there's a ton of Alice layout boards now. And the 65% I mean, like the Alice layout, like, you know, this Ergo layout with arrow keys is catching on. So it's not gonna be, I don't think it's difficult anymore. Well, the only thing is PCBs, I guess. There's not as many PCBs of this particular layout yet. Unless there's like a lot of Vulcan Maja PCB extras, or from a different keyboard designer. I don't know. Physics, maybe? I don't know. Why not just laser cut your own Alice instead of forking $140 for 5 layers of plastic? True. People just don't know though. You know, it's like they don't know how to access all of the resources, so they need to be like handheld to it. Just, you know, don't forget that a lot of people just don't know anything about DIY, and they're not used to DIYing things, like doing things themselves, or like doing the research, or they think that like manufacturing is this mysterious black box and things just get made, they appear magically in a way, and it's very difficult and a very skilled profession. And I mean, it is a very skilled profession, but that, you know, it's like there needs to be like a specialized aspect to it. But the reality is, like, makerspace are a thing, right? Laser cutters are relatively easy to access. There's also like, you can always just send things out easily now. I mean, just like 3D printing, right? There's like so much of that out there. But I mean, again, I think a lot of people don't even know that. Which, yeah. It's like are you paying attention? But a lot of people don't even know that files are available on Geekhack. I mean, there's people who look at Geekhack and are daunted by it because it's like, oh my god, it's old style forum. Look at this boomer website. Which, I mean, like, yeah, sure, but I actually like Geekhack a lot. But that's just probably a bit rose-colored glasses kind of thing going on here. But I like old forums a lot. PCBs are the hardest part, yeah, for sure. Having a compatible PCB. It doesn't matter if you have a case if you don't have a PCB that's compatible with it. So, this is true. Alright, so now that that's in, so we already put those We already put these screws and standoffs in. We're just gonna use the countersunk screws from above and attach the plate to the PCB. Oh, play foam, play foam, play foam, play foam. Woo, almost forgot. Oh, it's just kind of sitting in there. Okay, whatever. Okay, so countersunk screws. Okay, let me go back. GCAC Boomer website is the only thing holding us together. True that, though. I mean, although now at this point it's just GCAC is just a advertisement kind of place. I mean, for interest checks and group buys at least. But there still is an active part of GCAC that's kind of like in off-topic and in like media threads, which yeah. I like that part of GCAC a lot, personally. Actually, that's probably my favorite part of GCAC, is actually not the group buy or interest check thread, but it's actually the making stuff together or GCAC media threads. And sometimes the off-topic when things are interesting, but with TP4 tissue, that can vary quite heavily. Yeah. Anyway, Mr. Pops says, if I got a TKL, what should I go with? The Apex Pro TKL or the Mass Drop Control? I personally don't know enough about both, but you should go with the one that suits your aesthetic. I mean, does it offer all of the features that you want in a keyboard? Like, I believe the drop ones have hot swap sockets and all that, so you can actually, like, don't have to solder. Does it suit your aesthetic? Is it programmable? Like, those considerations in mind, I think. Just because I can't tell you a very specific opinion about them, because I haven't tried them myself, so. But other than that, I think that if you wanted to make an educated guess decision, you should just go with which of the two ticks all the boxes, or the most boxes, and go with that. And if there's other options out there that are as cheap and good for you, then, you know, there's more research to be done. I'm not sure though, honestly. I must be honest that I'm actually very not attuned to a lot of entry-level stuff, specifically OEM stuff. I'm not as, I mean, like, I know the brands. I know Logitech, I know Cooler Master, I know Ducky, Vermillo, Leopold, like Toper stuff, so like Real Force and HKB, PFE Fujitsu stuff. But I don't know like all these other brands. And like the AliExpress stuff, I don't know that stuff either. So, it can be a bit puzzling sometimes. When people ask me those questions, anyway. I feel bad because I feel like I want to help, but I can't. I was leaning towards the Apex speed, TBH. I would say trust your instincts, Mr. Pops. Trust your instincts. Yeah, trust your gut, for sure. Buy what you like, not what other people like. I agree with that. Apex Pro has Hall effects, like, come on? Huh. Interesting. That's cool. Let's see. I want to be active part in the active part of GeekHack. I joined too late to be part when discussion was the main use for GeekHack. I mean, that's fair, but you can still use it. The thing is this. People who are still connected to GeekHack, even though a lot of that has died out, if you're able to promote good discussion, or at least like if you're able to at least entice people with good discussion, people will chime in. Like, people will actually drop in and say like, oh yeah, I think about, you know, I think this and whatnot. I think like people would absolutely contribute to the discussion if they find it interesting. And I still think like there are some threads that suddenly become full of activity because of that, like because there's folks who like are able to bring up good topics, and it happens like in media threads and whatnot, and yeah, like in random parts. But you just have to be engaged yourself. Like, you can't just expect to drop in and be like, oh hey guys, I wanted to be part of the gang here. They're gonna be like, so what's your contribution? Right? The more you participate, the more likely it is that you'll end up feeling like a part of it, you know? So anyway, Idlebow is great stuff. Yeah, I've heard good things about Idlebow, and I know that Straight Chroma also has like an Idlebow 80, which she really likes. She's an advocate. Actually, Straight Chroma is a very good community member to go to for a lot of budget-friendly stuff, just because she's much more exposed to it, and she's also like done the research, whereas myself, I should have done more research on it, but I haven't. So there's that. HyperX is pretty expensive. A full size is more expensive than a Tofu or NK65. Dang. Yo, Jerk Chicken. 11 months. Thank you so much, dude. How are you doing? How are you doing after now that you're back? I think you're back, right? From your trip. How are you doing now? I get addicted to forums, or at least used to. Oh yeah, me too. I get super I like to hang out in them. Yeah. It leads to people thinking that I'm just there for like, you know, trying to fit in, but then again, I don't really care what the other people think. But yeah. Building a $1,000 keyboard, I assume you're saying? Yeah, it's fun and all, but I feel like I get more enjoyment out of making cheaper keyboards sound great. Oh yeah, that's great. I mean, I used to do OEM mods a lot too. I've modded Leopold's, Vermillo's, Cooler Master stuff. All that stuff. I just don't do it anymore because I just happen to have custom keyboards and people send out custom keyboards. Actually, like, I've had people send out Vermillo's and stuff, and I've done mods. I guess off stream actually, because that time I think I was on vacation actually, but I just had someone send in a Vermillo and they wanted me to redo a lot of stuff in it. And yeah, I do it. I do it every so often. I don't explicitly offer it just because it is a bit of a time sink too. But I have had people ask, and I've, like, on a case-by-case basis accepted it. And, like, I'm okay with it. The only thing is, one thing I actually don't like is when people are like, I broke my keyboard, but they won't tell me like, not exactly what happened, but, like, I'll be like, oh, like, can you just send me a picture of it? And I won't ever get it. And so it's, like, hard to say, like, oh, maybe you should send it to me, or maybe you should just do this. Sometimes I'm just like, can you just send it? But they're like, obviously like, no, but, you know, can you just tell me what to do? It's like, well, if you don't tell me what's going on, I can't tell you. I can't assess the problem. What happens? Post your type test thread? Nah. It can get boring pretty quickly, I think, right? But I mean, yeah, you could. I mean, there are media threads that are like, post your whatever videos or post your keyboard media, kind of very generic stuff. Sam, hello. How are you doing? Been playing a lot of Valorant lately and getting clapped. Sounds like me playing any FPS game. I suck at FPS. I love playing them, but I truly am not that good at them. I don't think it's like reaction time based. It's mostly like I guess like I haven't ever trained like my aim and like that kind of shit. Like, you know, like Counter-Strike does like aim maps and stuff. I'm like, okay. And like you have to like understand the spray of the weapons and whatever. That stuff like is hard. And then people are like, oh, you should reduce your DPI and yada yada yada. And I'm like, God, why are there so many things you need to do? Can I just play and like get better over time without... I mean, yeah, you have to put the work, right? But at the same time, there's like people make suggestions that personally I don't find as helpful at a given point in time, and so I kind of just like, I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna play for fun, and whatever happens happens. Sounds like dealing with random people. Yeah. Dealing with random people can be stressful for sure. I just get very impatient when people are very vague. I don't like that vagueness that comes with like people not answering questions when they're asked, or even like when you kind of walk them through it and they kind of like push it back onto you with no real response. Show that big time sitting on Geekhack, just let Buddy send me ICs at this point. Yeah, I just read Geekhack, but I don't read every interest check or every group by thread or whatever. Actually, I only go on Geekhack for I mean, I get like the email notifications for Geekhack like pre-orders and stuff, and then or like ICs, and I like if the email like the header looks interesting, I like open it and check it out. But if not, I don't even open it. So yeah. And sometimes people ask me like, oh, did you check out this? It just, you know, the ICs just posted it. I'm like, what? It's like, if I didn't click on it, I probably wasn't interested, or I just haven't checked my email. Get good. Yeah. Dang, Diego, big late build. Just joining. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Minty boy, how are you doing? I'm doing well myself, thank you. I'm enjoying the weekend. I actually today crazy. I guess I have a bit of a story. I met with a friend for, I guess technically it was lunch, because we actually went to like eat. It was supposed to be just for coffee. But I met up with a high school friend of mine, whom I haven't seen in like, I actually didn't realize we hadn't seen each other for so long, but apparently we hadn't seen each other for like 9 years. I was like, what? 9 years? 9 years since we have seen each other? Like last? Like 9 years since we actually caught up in person? I can't believe it. I was like, where did the time go? Like, why do we look similar to like 9 years ago, but it's been 9 years? What have I even done with my life, basically? Anyway, shocker. But that's a question I ask myself every single day. I wake up, I'm like, what have I done with my life so far? Not much, but it's okay. And yeah, we caught up. It was good. I had a shakshuka and some coffee, and yeah, we just caught up over life stuff, and yeah, puts like a lot of stuff into perspective. I was like, man, when I see a lot of people kind of move on with their lives, when I'm like kind of in my own phase thing, it's like, it's crazy. Like you actually, I feel the flow of time a lot more when that happens, when you see other people do things. When I see like my buddy from college like settle, they like he bought a condo or something, he bought a house, or he got married and whatever. Everyone has their own pace, but seeing that is what actually makes the time feel like it's passed by so quickly. I'm just like, fuck. What have I done? What have I done? Haven't seen my best friend in 5 years since I moved from New York. That's the thing. Like it's the same thing for me. I saw one of my best friends from high school. He visited New York, and we met up. Like a bunch of friends, we met up. But now that I'm thinking back, that's already been a few years, like 3 years almost. I'm just like, what? First of all, I suck at keeping up with friends. I have to be honest, I suck at keeping up. Like, the thing is this, you can't expect people to hit you up. Like, even if they're a good friend, I don't expect them to hit me up and be like, hey Diego, how you doing? Let's catch up. But I know that I should reciprocate, or that at least I should try to. I should try reaching out. Just because they don't reach out doesn't mean they're a bad friend. It just means that we're both not reaching out at the same time. And I suck at it. I just like feel like I'm gonna run out of things to say, or I just forget in the middle of things. But yeah, shit's crazy. Good too. Just lubing some GAT case 3s. Ooh, linears after some boba U4Ts. 9 years is huge. That's basically a few months in COVID years. That's basically a few months in COVID years. This hyperparabolic chamber shit. With a lot of DBZ lube. Basically, my apartment is the hyperparabolic chamber from Dragon Ball, and you know, we have the lube to justify that it is part of the same universe. Idabao just made a numpad? Huh, cool. Numpads are useful for those people who are like, where's the numpad though? And then it's like KBD pad, and in this case Idabao, and there's like the something. Cost pad? I think I had one of those a while back. Have you tried other plates on the Maja? I actually haven't, because no one has sent me other plates, or like the builds I tried, they didn't have other plates. They didn't purchase other plates, I suppose, because I think the brass was default, so a lot of people just bought the kit because it was like budget friendly, and you know, no add-ons, because obviously that would kind of cross a certain line, I guess. It's nuts. Hearing that makes me want to book flights, but now it's not the time. I know. I want to fly too. I want to visit people. I want to catch up with friends. I want to organize small meets with people, with friends. But yeah, it's not the right time to do it. Not the right time. Shit's whack. Are there other different plates for the Maja, or are the plate files open sourced? I actually am not entirely sure, but I think so. I mean, I think Vulcan was kind of an advocate of having files, but I could check right now for you. Vulcan, Majapahit, KBD fans. Switch options, brass plate, brass weight. Actually, is a Keycaps grid gonna tell me that? Excuse me. Let's get some water. Actually? Oh yeah, plate files available on the Keycaps thread. So you can make plates. Yeah. You can make plates on the Keycaps. Yeah, from the file on the Keycaps thread. That's cool. Alright, we are done. I'm just gonna actually, well, I'm actually gonna do a very short sponsor segment tonight, because I kind of feeling like it's a very long thing to do. But I'm just gonna remind people that we have a lot of different sponsors for this stream and for this channel. Canon keys, Mint Autumn novel keys, Omni-Type, Prime keyboards, Project keyboard, Salvin, and Space cables. And then there's Keyspresso, who is also offering a discount code for people who are ordering from Canada, or actually from anywhere. Just wanted to remind you all that tonight is the last night. Today is basically the last day for GMK Umka by Tom Barry on primekb.com. It's also the last day for GMK Tuesday on omnitype.com/lightning. It says omnitype.co here, but I mistyped it, but it should still redirect you to the right place. Yeah, so on Omnitype you have GMK Tuesday, on Prime KV we have Umka, and then on Kanaki's tomorrow, Kanaki's GMK Birch is gonna end as well, so check those out. And then the rest, you can follow the links to check everything out. The promo codes are posted here. They're also posted on the banners below. I always appreciate if you use the affiliate links, but if you don't, like, that's totally fine. And of course it supports me by providing a small kickback for the most part. And I think that's it. That's all I got for now. I'll share more news later. A lot of exciting stuff coming though. Salvin just recently, for example, posted information about the Salvation collaboration with Wilvatech. You should check it out. Apiary Keyboards did a stream on last week of the Salvation prototype on salvin.com. So I can probably post it here. So the project page on the Wilvatech Salvation is here on salvin.com. I just posted it on chat. It's salvin.com/pages/wilba-tech-salvation. You can check that out if you're curious about it. Let's now test our PCB though. So I think that's all I got for now. But if you have any specific questions about what's kind of like out there right now, ask. Alright, let's test this out. Alright, cool. Oop. Oh, I accidentally minimized things. Pressing too many keys at once, not good. Need to be more careful sometimes. Alright, perfect. Everything works, because hot swap, and that was easy, and I didn't bend any pins, which is awesome. Great, so we're ready to assemble it already. Well, I mean, it's already been 2 hours, I know, but I've been talking a lot today too. As usual. I've been taking my time these last few streams, because I have the time, so just been taking it easy. Alright, let's minimize this now. Alright, cool. Oh, I should check the lighting controls in a bit, but after I plug it back in. Alright, so we're gonna just, you just put it in, and then we use the screws for top mount. So it's just gonna be these M2 screws here. Wait a sec. These are the right ones? I think those are stab screws actually. I think I might have accidentally put the wrong thing in the wrong place. Yeah, I'll just use these here. Alright, so screws. So this is just top mount, so it's pretty simple. Just line it up, put a screw in, screws in. Nice and steady, gave you an easy build, but I appreciate you finding for me. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, even if it's soldered, the only difference is that I just have to solder it. But all in all, assembly is actually about the same, because for hot swap, you just have to make sure all the pins are straight and whatnot, right? I mean, same for solder, but it's actually like a little bit less. There's a bit of there can be a bit more, you know, room for error, and it's fine. But yeah, I think solder ends up being about the same time for me, because the stabs actually just, I spend the most time in the stabs, and like the first part, yeah. We changed the desk mat already? Yeah, we change the desk mat all the time. You know that, the garlic. I actually changed it because I was taking some pictures today. Snapping some pickies that I'll post to my usual places in probably in a day or like tomorrow. Need to make sure everything's actually no. I still need to edit some pictures actually, so I'm not done. Just remembered. All right, so that's done. Just quickly take a look. Everything's okay. No sockets sticking out. Switches that are weird or anything. Okay, everything looks okay actually. All right, cool. We're done. I think yeah. Okay. So next part is I'm actually gonna not use the case foam because I don't think we need it for now. You can always open it up and put the case foam in. Alright, so just be careful when putting the case together because this has the port here and the port has to kind of like wedge here, so just don't like slam it on top. Just actually like kind of like tilt it this way. Make sure the port goes in first and then you just let it drop. Lines up perfectly because of the tabs. Just flip it over. Get the screws, the Torx screws. We have our Torx screwdriver here. Oh, I'm super glad having you. Oh yeah, the lubing actually is the most time-consuming part. The build assembly, I mean, like, well, yeah, lubing the switches is the most time-consuming part. Like, actually, well, I'll like let you know, but like, for people who like commission my service, if you ask me to lube switches, it actually is probably more expensive than the build itself because it actually takes me way more time to lube a full batch of switches to my liking than like just like then doing the assembly when the switches are already lubed. So if you get an invoice from me for a service like that, you'll actually end up paying more for just the lubing part. People often are like, I tell them the price because people are like, oh, so what's the quote estimate? And I'm like, oh, you know, it'll cost you this much. And they're like, wait, it's more expensive than the build? I'm like, yeah, because it just takes that much time. So like you kind of just have to live with it. Like that's just the way it is. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, like reality. It takes a long time to lube switches. It's tedious. Yeah. So. All right. Got a price for your time? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there ain't no free sandwich, free lunch. Usual place for pictures. This guy revealing my secret places. I only share that with important clientele. So don't go divulging secrets out there. Even when you have all the hard files, designing a keyboard still throws you a curveball here and there. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Lubing switches used to be fun. Peikyun. It is now one of my least favorite things in the world. Yeah, after a while it's just tedious. It's just a lot of work. Is it time for me to do the thing? Oh, you can do the thing, yes, if you want it, if you can afford it. At the time, 10 peaches. But let's just see if it turns on. Alright, that's good news. And then FN was here for now. Ooh, okay. So that works. Now let's just control the lighting a bit. I actually don't know what the lighting controls were, so I'm gonna go on VIA. So on VIA, I think it's on layer 1. So RGB mode. Let's change the RGB mode. Also, the speed is so freaking high. Speed. Oh yeah, speed decrease. Okay, and then RGB mode. Let's change it to like a rainbow one, maybe. What is this? Is it doing anything? Let's increase the speed. Oh yeah, that has an RGB. Okay, cool. I like that one. It's moving horizontally. Alright, cool. So for now, I'll just leave it off. But okay, so for people who are curious, let's see what key sets I have today. So I have a lot of key sets. Don't judge me. I know. Yeah, don't judge me. Let's see. So let me. Okay, and let's put the key sets on the screen. Actually, some of these are not available, but if it's not available, I'll let you know. Judgment incoming. I mean, every Sunday, the day of the Lord, I get judged. Not that I'm religious, but I probably get judged because I'm not religious, right? What if there's Handerbite redeem as well? If Handerbite will, if you redeem Handerbite and someone else redeems a key set, Handerbite will take precedence just because it's costlier. I'll actually respect that one. Jamon. Cool. Let's do Jamon. Alright, Jamon it is. We haven't done like a full Jamon look, you know, actually like ever. And it's right here, which is awesome. Well, on stream. I've done it on my own board, but I've never done it on stream, I think. We did like a partial one before. Where we did like the Christmas set. I'm not sure if you guys were here for the Christmas one. But the Christmas one was pretty fun. It was Triumph Adler Royal Alpha with Jamon. Here are the novelties. Wait, yeah, novelties. Oh, actually some of the novelties are in here too. That's the Pata Negra or something like that. We can have some eggs on there. Alright, so I'll hydrate. Jamon gonna make me hungry. Okay, let me actually remove my keyword. It's just getting in the way. Okay. So let's put the main stuff first, I guess, like backspace, like pipe, tab, all this stuff. Need to see CRP on Moon for some decisions. Oh, that's if I build it, yeah. Okay, so that's one. Ooh, this is already sounding pretty nice. I'm excited. Wait. Oh yeah, no, that's right. Great. Bacon and eggs. Mmm. Hey, look, a real GMK tray. Yeah, unlike the freaking potato starch shit. Fucking garbage piece of shit that needs to be burnt and thrown into the garbage. Sorry. Did I curse too much? I hate them, though. I hate those trays. I hate the new trays. Wait, garlic? What? What happened to garlic? Yo! Yo! You got the Iron 165. Congrats, dude. Congrats. You got one. Holy shit. That's awesome. Tell us how you really feel. I mean, that's how I really feel. I fucking hate them. Let's put the enye on here. Enye. Bars or scoops? Bars or scoops? Someone's a tater hater? I'm not a tater hater. I actually love potatoes. Fucking love potatoes. Bars. Enye required for Jamon. I'm glad Zambamon's not here to whack me. Carbs. Carbs. Carbs and fat. Oh, yeah. Making mashed potatoes for my GMK trays. We don't have a second B though, so I'm just gonna use a I'll figure that out in just a bit. Maybe like a code key or something like that. Okay. Oh, like an FN key. Probably fits there. Yeah. But, although technically, well, this, I think this is a 1.25U, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so y'all gotta pick accents. So do we, first of all, what do we want? Let's first pick the, oh, I don't have space keys for Jamon. That's one thing. So, I'm gonna have to use shifts for that, so I'm gonna use shifts on this, okay? I apologize if you don't like it, but that's the only choice we have. So we're gonna use shifts for the space keys, because that's all I have. For you guys have choices for these 3 spots: the arrows, the enter, and the escape. Really, well, the escape can also have, well, we can put artisans on here, so let's actually use the escape, either an accent or a novelty. I took off the case film when you mentioned it earlier, and all I can notice is a slightly louder sound, more pronounced than number row. I don't know if I like this. Oh. At least flip the shift keys for space? Nah. I like it this way. Put egg on escape. Eggo? Egg on escape. Egg on escape, done. Should we match the egg with the enter? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and then bottom row. Do we want bottom row novelties? There's jamon, bacon, piggy. Flipped it. Oh, okay. Are the 1U bacons the same profile? Bacon arrows? 1U bacons. No, the 1U bacons are R1s, so you can't do that. Yeah, there's no 1U bacon R4, unfortunately. Strawberry bongo and escape. Oh, we could put the strawberry bongo over here or something. But okay. I think bacon if we're doing eggs. Okay. Bacon if we're doing eggs. So maybe bacon? Bacon? Bacon. Oh wait, that's the wrong keycap. Oh shit. I forget that this is 1 point. Wait, that's a, oh. Oh, okay. So is that a 2U then? God damn it. Okay, so let me remind myself what layout this is. So does a 2U go here? Oh no, don't tell me that. What am I gonna put there then? I don't have any other 2U's here. Not buying child kits. SMH my head. Well, actually, I mean, I bought a child kit. I just didn't buy all of them. It's a 2U. Fucking A. Alright, let me find something appropriate for it. Oh no, that's gonna ruin the look. Can we use white maybe? What should we use on there then? Oh no. Okay, spacebar didn't, I mean, stab's fine. White. I mean, I have like creamy white, I guess. Oh, would beige work? I think beige might work. I have the beige color from fucking what? Analog Dreams. Yeah, that works. Oh, that actually matches pretty well. Big brain. Look at me, big 5-head galaxy brain here. Put it aside, just so you remember to use the right one. So, okay, 1.5 does go here now, right? So, bacon. And where's the other bacon? I don't need you. Here's the other bacon. Bacon, bacon. A, let's go. Alright, and this is 1.25U, which I can just use function. Boom. And then second B, I think it should be the same color though, so there's not much to put on there. Because there's no ISO support. There's no ISO support. So there's no R4 alpha colored keys. I'm just gonna put an R3 key. It's fine. It actually doesn't. It's actually very inconspicuous. You cannot really tell. Does anyone know if Xylens and Securius share the same housing? Which Xylens? Which Xylens? Alright, so we're done with that. Arrow keys, accent or no accent? Oh, no accent actually, because the enter is accent. Yeah, I'm gonna do no accent. Accent's too much. Accent's too much. I can put some artisanal keycaps here. I need to get more red ones then. Damn it. And then we can put bacon. This bacon's nice, so let's just put control and piggy. Kind of torn. No, let's just put caps lock and then control over here. Because I think there's too many novelties otherwise on the bottom row, and that kind of looks bad. Too many novelties makes the board look weird, I think. So that's good. Perfect. Perfect. Whatever. Figure out this left later. All right. Let's organize some of the stuff here. Where did I put some of this? Alright. Cool, so artisans? I have some artisans here. Wait, key on the left corner could replace the second B? Key on the left corner. This? Any more breakfast theme artisans? I actually don't think I have breakfast theme artisans. Okay, so I'm gonna show some artisans I have from the on the tray, left corner. Oh no, because it's R1. It's R1, so it's the tall one, so it doesn't fit the profile. All right, it's artisanal time. Strawberry bongo, please, though. Okay, I'll actually honor that request, but I need to go find it. I don't know where I put it though. I think the cow would be meme meta. Oh, that would actually be very meme meta. No, well, there's the piggy too. We need to put the piggy too then. So can we do an animal theme? So we do the bongo, the cat, the two, then the piggy and the cow. I don't know. All right. Strawberry. Strawberry? Strawberry. Piggy and the cow. Cat, cow, pig. Cat, cow, pig. Cat, cow, pig. Cat. Cow. Pig. This is so good. Oh, Pog. Maja Farm. Moo 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 meow oink oink. Oh my god, I'm so weird. I'm such a weirdo. You can ignore that. So one thing I definitely don't like is the USB port situation here going on. Actually, yeah, I think it doesn't matter because the way cable makers make their USB-C cables is they don't want to extend it too far because sometimes the USB cable has to go all the way in inside a like recessed ports, and so they don't like putting the key shrink all the way. One thing that I don't like about the Maja is that the port is not here, but it's here. It's actually centered on the board, but it's not centered on the cluster. I think this is fine. I think this looks pretty cool. The screen just glitch. Oh yeah. Sometimes it happens. Yeah, I think it's because well, in the end, that's basically like connected to a PC, so I think it kind of glitches. I don't know why. It's random. I actually don't know when it happens or why it happens, so I can't explain it. All right, cool. Every time you unplug, it glitches. Oh, I see. So, too much current, maybe? Do you use... yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. You're right. It's probably the USB. Yeah, because I'm using the cam link, which is USB based. So, yeah, that's probably it. Probably should get a nicer capture card one day, but I haven't invested in that yet. We will one day. I will one day. Oh no, it's clipped. Alright. Typing test. Monkey type. Alright. Let's see. Typing test. Alright, that's kind of big. Alright, so let's do this. Let me zoom in slightly. And alright, let's get to typing on this thing. This is a great looking board, thank you. Well, I'm glad it looks good. Alright, make sure the focus is properly done. And adjust the volume a little. And probably turn off the fan. Okay, so I think they should be good. So let's try this. Let's try this out. Actually, I'm gonna take off my earphones for this. So this is a Maja Ergo with silk yellows, lube with 2.5, and filmed, and on a brass plate. Hot swap PCB, not that it matters, but it's there. There's a plate foam, but there's no case foam installed. Just something to note. Alright. Wait, hold up. Alright, here we go, friends. Short throw? No, these are not short throw. These are normal travel. Tata types is COD? What? So random. Presley. Hey, Presley, welcome. Thanks for the raid. What are NK silks? Just normally lubed KO switches? They're basically like JWK switches. They're JWK lubed with 205 technically stock. But they're not heavily lubed, so you can lube over them and it's fine. Silks are clacking, but these space bars on the PC case and brass plate balance out really nicely. Sounds great. Yeah. Yeah, no, this sounds really nice. Let's hear the mods. Is that ticking a little? Oh no. That's it. And not as hollow. It definitely doesn't sound hollow at all. It definitely doesn't sound hollow. And yeah, see, so the ones that I was talking about, the yellow ones, so there's like a lot of switches, but the ones I was talking about that are short throw are the yellow ink switches. These ones though are full throw, so they're 4mm. Diego, do you have a polycarb board? Yeah, I do. I do have a polycarb board. Remember the Cara from last time? That's one. But el mensaje en español que buscabas. Federico, bienvenido. Alright, yeah. Quality build. That's good. I mean, I'm glad you guys like it. But more importantly, as long as CD likes it, it's good. We can try typing on it again. I actually am gonna take off the right side spacebar and actually put a little lube in there because I think I heard it click a little, like tick slightly. So I'm just gonna do that. So when removing any long keys CD, you know, always wiggle. Better be slower. Sometimes these guys are kind of tight in there. And last thing you want to do is, you know, pop a stab wire. Sucks. Hard to get back in. Yeah, some slight tick on the right side. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Alright, so we can just put some lube in there. Just so we can even it out. Alright, cool. We can test it out. Alright, that's much better, I think. That's actually, it's like better. Alright, cool. We can try this again. So I still need to get used to the layout again because I haven't typed on Alice layouts in a while. Yeah, so let's try it. Oh, Cara is ABS. My bad. But I do have polycarb. I have a 910 polycarb. Yeah. All right. Here you go. make a lot of mistakes on Alice layout still. So I think my I still have a tendency to not do the Y on the right side. Sometimes I reach out on the left, but that's how it goes. I was implying any kind of quality judgment? Oh, no. Oh, I see. You guys were just talking. Never mind. Well, that's good. Civilized discussion. Diego, do you have any personal rebuilds pending? Rebuilds? Maybe, actually. I still need to mod switches, probably. Yeah, I think I was gonna lighten one of my switch batches, because I put 670 gram at one point, and I didn't like it, and I wanted to do that 65. But yeah. Which vendor sites sell the syringes for lubing the stabs? I can link it. Give me one sec. So let me link it. But pretty much it's the same ones that like Nathan had recommended at one point. It should be easy to find, but you want to make sure that you're not using the syringe type that has the pointy like the pointy tip, because that one it's gonna squeeze out like it unevenly, essentially. So like that's kind of like the last thing you wanna like, that's not the one you want to buy. So you want to buy, it's not an affiliate link, you can just buy it there. I bought those. Yeah. I believe I bought the 1 mil size instead of the 3 mil size, because I prefer using smaller amounts at a time. So I bought the 1 mil set instead of the 3 mil set. Just easier for me to use personally. That's just personal preference. You can use the 3 mil ones too, because the syringe gauge is still the same. The syringe gauge is still the same one, so you can use whichever. Yeah. But those are the ones I bought personally. Yeah. Just get the mix one? You could do that, yeah. I just figured I would never use the mix one anyway, like the bigger ones. Did I hear Sunday double? Sunday double builds? I can lube switches. Oh, sorry. I like tapped on the mic. I can lube switches on stream for a bit. I was looking at Hyper Tools, 3D Keys, Kinetic, etc., thinking they have them. I think one of them at least might have them, but I just honestly don't keep track of all these stores. There's so many. So, yeah. But I mean, those are the ones I bought. I bought them on Amazon and they worked. So I would just go with that. Probably just safer choice. Oh, CD. Oh, man. You don't have to do that. Thank you, though. Appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for the tier 1 subs, man. Like the 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much. So glad to finally have a Diego build. Thanks so much for everything, dude, and to everyone for hanging out, making it more than just a keyword. Man, thank you. This was fun. This was great. I'm glad. Of course, I'll let you know when I have to send it out. All right. I'll keep in touch with you. No worries. And also, I'm gonna remove the weight before I send it out. Just so you know. I'll take some pickies. Actually, I like it how it looks right now with the jamon, and of course this. I actually wonder if people will notice that the space keys are different. They're pretty damn close though. Like this creamy yolk, this like egg white color is very damn close to beigeish cream. Maja Farm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm sending out a bunch of stuff this week, so I'll be doing that all together. in a lump. But yeah, all right, let's head back a bit here. And let's see. This looks good. Thank you. I mean, I'm glad the combo worked. It's a bit unique for sure. I actually didn't realize the like egg white color was gonna fit well. I like it though. It's like a nice contrast with the red. So jealous of your artisans. Thank you. It's been a while collecting now. I mean, CD knows we've been collecting for like 3-4 years now. So time flies though. It's kind of crazy how that goes. Yeah. Alrighty, let's see now. We can either. It is pretty late, though. So I might actually. Yeah, I don't think double stream is gonna do it for me. I'm probably going to stream at some point, maybe tomorrow, and so I think I would rather save that up for when I have a lot more energy. But I can probably do a bunch of stuff this week. This week is actually like I'm gonna be streaming a lot, okay? Probably. Because I have a lot to do. And I have the free time, which is something that normally is not the case, like at all. So gonna take advantage of it and stream during the evenings. Evenings my time. Just like today, but probably a bit earlier than today. Today was a pretty late start, so earlier than that probably. Yeah. Let's see. Which HKB from the new ones do you recommend? Type S, or should one look at MM to get a Pro 2 or Classic? No, Garlic. You should get, in my opinion, you should get they're just on the Fujitsu PFE Fujitsu website, but the HKB Professional Classic or the Hybrid, both of them are good. I believe the Hybrid ones are wireless. I mean Bluetooth. So if you want Bluetooth, that one's Bluetooth. The Hybrid. The Classic is plug-in. FYI. Type S has silencing rings on the sliders. So if you like a more silenced switch, then go for the Type S. Where's the cow and pig artisan from? These are made by Keycaps. Keycaps. You can find them on Instagram for the most part. They occasionally post on Reddit and not Discord actually. On Reddit and Geekhack. Is the HKB Pro remappable? Yeah, now it is. They have customization software now, like directly from Fujitsu, which is amazing. Actually, let me see. Let me go to the Classic website and see if that's also the case. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're reprogrammable now. Let's see. Customizable. Okay, so not the Classic. The Classic one is not reprogrammable, I think. But the Hybrid one is. The Hybrid is the one with the battery in the back. The Bluetooth one, I think that one it's compatible with the software that you provide. But I think the Classic is actually it has the typical HKB dip switches in the back and all that stuff. These caps make some super cute stuff. Yeah, it's like simple and cute, you know? It's like clean and cute rather. I think that's the right word for it. But they make great stuff. I mean, I honestly love DC Cap stuff. You can buy a third-party part to make it programmable. Yeah, you can always get a Hasu or like Hasu USB, or I'm not sure if has Hasu updated his controllers too. I don't remember. When you do modding for HKB, do you use silencing rings? I do personally, on some. Actually, I have a board. I have a Toper board that has no silencing ring. I have a Toper board that does. But personally, I do like the silencing. It's pretty minimal though. It's not a huge difference, but it's there. So it's up to you though. It's kind of tedious. The silencing rings are actually kind of tedious. It's kind of like placing films on switches. It's like the same experience. It's like you have to like push it all the way down on the slider, make sure it's like seated. The Type S would make sense. Yeah. Type S is a good one too. There's one from KD Fans, which is apparently good. Yeah, so I actually use the KBD Fans Silence X ones. The Desk Keys Taupe Rings, the number 3 and number 4 are also very good. Yeah. Oh, you want me to do it? I mean, sure, I can do it. I might, yeah. We'll talk, but I might have to do that off stream. What is this? Okay, never mind. Just got some pings, but it was just random stuff. Mean the Bluetooth mod? Yeah, those two. Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, I didn't realize KD Fans came up with that too. I just can't keep track of all these things. All right, let's see if we're gonna raid somebody. I think Ramen is currently live, so we might raid him. I hope he's not thinking of raiding me instead. He might be though. I'm not sure how long he's been. Actually, well, do we know? Do I know any other people currently live? We have Max F. He's currently live. Do you guys like watching Max F? Max F is also live. So Max F and Ramen Champ are the two people I know. If you guys have other recommendations, I'm always open to hear them. But those are the two people I know who are currently live. It's kind of late, so I understand. Max is chill? Yeah, sounds good, Max. Alright, we can raid Max. If you put silencing ring, it gives a cleaner upstroke sound. Yeah, that's true. The silencing rings do the most in the upstroke. Thanks again. Yeah, dude, we'll talk. Thank you so much for being here, dude, for the whole thing. First Garden is live doing Deathmat art. We'll raid Max F. People have suggested him, and I haven't raided him in a while. So let's raid Max F. Just caught Tuesday inspired by you. Thank you. And I hope you like the set when it arrives. I mean, it's gonna be a while. Perps the illest, but hopefully you'll like the set when it arrives. Oh, Epsy. Hey. Just Minty Boy. Much love, Diego. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm super appreciative of all of you. And thank you so much for being here. Let's go raid Max F. Let's say he's watching videos. Oh no, should we do show us a spicy vid? Show us a spicy video. He's watching videos, you said, right? Yeah, we're gonna do a spicy video. Show us a spicy video. Been here for 20 minutes now. He's like, hi, Keck W. I'm so sorry. Hard to keep track of chat. You know that feeling. You know this so well. I'll see you guys very soon though. I have a bunch of builds coming soon. Someone was asking about thermal. At some point I'll do thermal for sure. I believe the next build is going to be a Noxery Vulcan Pro, which was a privately done board, and pretty exciting. I've never tried it. It has 2 O-rings, and yeah, you guys will check it out. I have to check it out myself. It's going to be a bit of a more complex build, but yeah, we'll be building that very soon, next time. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Have a great night. Take care, and see ya. Have a good week.